You're live.
Hello, everybody. Sorry we're a few minutes late, but it was Tina's fault. Um,
What?
so we're here tonight. We're going to be talking about false copyright strikes. We got a special guest who's been around the community for ever and ever and ever. Uh, Chrismer, who I've known, going back all the way to the from when I first got on YouTube, um, who has almost lost your channel, sort
Yeah,
of. Yeah, basically, pretty
yeah.
much just like me, um, from frauditor copyright strikes because frauditors love free speech but hate free speech for
They
some
love
reason.
free speech, but they love shutting people up.
Right. Um, so we're going to let him tell his story, and then
Right.
I'm going to talk about my current fights that I've got going on because I'm fighting a few copyright strikes right now. But yeah, go ahead, Chrismer. Talk about what you got going on and um, your victories.
Yeah, a couple months back, about I think it was around 3 months ago. One of your videos, the one on SGV that you said to mirror,
Yep.
I decided to mirror it on NASA Bunker 33 because that's the one I produce for that does all the political slash soft sit slash any wacky ideas we come up with. And lo and behold, I think it was 3 weeks ago, or it might have been 4 weeks, might have been a month ago. We actually got a copyright strike from SGB News, and first you have to write a letter to the actual claimant instead of going through YouTube to get them to take it down, and then they'll either deny it or accept it, and they'll either release the copyright strike, or they'll say no, fuck you, we're gonna continue on with the strike. And guess what SGV said? Yeah, so we had to go through YouTube's actual counter for notification system, and a couple tweets later, and we got a channel back.
Right. Yeah, and I've been through that twice to where my channel had three strikes all at once, which
Ooh,
basically disables your channel.
yeah,
You
they
can't do
delete your
anything.
channel. Yeah, they
You
delete
can't
you,
even you
essentially.
can't even make a community post.
Nope.
You can't even tell people that your channel's down.
Yeah, it's just gone.
Yeah,
The channel is just gone suddenly. It's like, where'd the channel go?
right.
That's what
And
happened. I went to log in to check on the videos and stuff, and suddenly the channel, I'm like, where'd the channel go? It just
right.
doesn't exist anymore.
And then you get an email from YouTube saying your
Yep,
channel's going to be disabled in 7 days,
yep.
but then they put it on hold while you're disputing the claims. And I mean, I've never lost a claim. I've won each and every one of them, but YouTube is still happy to take your channel down
Yeah,
for 2 to 3 weeks is what it takes to adjudicate one of these. And it doesn't matter that I've had maybe, I guess, approaching 20 copyright strikes, and I've won all of them.
ouch. We've had
And
about six altogether.
you would think at some point they'd be like, okay, they're frivolous strikes, or at least give you the benefit of the doubt. But no, they don't. Um,
There was one that we had, a copyright strike we had from a Japanese company. We did a inauguration video where we covered, the inauguration, and
right,
whenever Joe Biden stepped up, our channel suddenly stopped. The live stream stopped for a minute, then it came back on after the speech, and we're like, "What the hell was that?" Turns out a
right.
Japanese company had claimed it and issued us a strike after the video was finished, and we contested it, and immediately afterwards it got lifted.
Right. It's funny because right now, as of about a week ago, the very first copyright strike I ever got was by a frauditor called Extra Good Citizen. His actual name's John Gray, and that's not doxing him because his name's out there.
Yeah.
Um, And I didn't know how to fight a copyright strike at that point. It was my very first one.
Yeah.
So I just typed in like, this is fair use. And YouTube was like, nope, because that's typically what they do if you don't know the exact magic words to use. So
Yeah.
this was about a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. And I was just kind of hanging around a couple of weeks ago and I was like, hold on. You typically get two bites of that apple to strike to dispute these strikes. So I went all the way back at the very beginning of my channel and I found that struck video and I was like, holy shit, I do get a second bite at that apple. So I put in the magic words that, because nowadays I've got so many strikes, I just cut and paste the same wording. And
Yeah.
so I cut and paste that wording in there and it went through. So any day now, that video is going to go back up from 2 years ago. So this
Nice.
guy, Extra Good Citizen, has been going around the internet bragging about how he's the only person that ever had a successful copyright strike against me. And that's going away because that video is going to go back up and he's going to get the PayPal Patty treatment.
Ooh.
So yeah,
Ouch.
it's going to hurt. Sorry.
That's gonna hurt.
Sorry, John Gray. Yeah.
But no, it happens whenever you do any type of reaction video. Someone's gonna claim your video. I mean, we have copyright claims out the yin yang. Just it's terrible how many copyright claims we have. But strikes are a different story altogether. You can let a claim sit there because
those just like they because I've had a couple of videos where there's like a song in the background. And those are no big deal because they don't do anything to your channel. They basically just demonetize that video. But strikes, will take your channel down.
Yeah, as we learned.
So that's why I fight them. That's why I sent a cease and desist letter to PayPal Patty. Well, I sent it to his mom because that's who owns his channel. I had to pay a lawyer to write up this cease and desist letter to send to his mom saying, don't strike my videos anymore. And then he didn't. But he struck everybody who re-uploaded my video.
Yeah.
And then like more than half of them won the counter-strike, which should have taken his channel down, but it didn't because YouTube lies.
I think with the SGB video, Glover Mom also had a copyright strike from that.
She did. Yeah.
And I think she's still fighting it. I don't know if she's won it or not yet.
I'm not sure. But yeah, the copyright strike thing is YouTube's gotta figure it out.
They've got to fix that because that's just it's because anybody can strike your channel.
Right. And I got this guy the other day, Tyrant Slayer something or another. I made a video about him. He struck it. And then he went on my channel and started sending all these comments. And I wrote him back and I'm like, dude, like you're gonna lose. Like the counter notification has already been sent, which means that I've won. Either you got two choices at that point. You can either sue me and the video stays down, or you don't sue me and the video stays up. Well, this guy can't even like cover his day-to-day affairs financially. So of course he can't sue me. But he wrote back that there is 100% chance that my video is going to stay down. So what's he going to do when the video goes back up? Because it's going to go back up. He's already lost. And so I screenshot all of that so that when the video does go back up, I can make a, little video and say, here's all your screenshots, dumb head. And now the video's back up. What do you got to say when you proclaimed with authority that it was going to stay down. It was never ever going to see the light of day again.
Yeah.
So anyway, Cliffy, do we got any I haven't been looking at the chat. Yeah, do we got any chats that we need to
we
go through?
We got a few.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. Did you get the private chat I sent you?
Me?
No. We had one join before we started.
Oh, okay.
His name is John Debunker. He just saw it.
Oh yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had a couple of big ones from the premiere I wanted to bring up.
Big
Adam,
Oh,
Yes.
God. It starts already.
Adam Ruth for $499.99.
What?
Yeah, the premiere.
Dollars?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I
How
saw
do
that too.
Howdy Schrodinger's cat.
Oh, was that on my premiere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wasn't
shit.
on mine. Jesus.
Thank you. I was busy with other stuff and I just couldn't quite. I always try to make it to my premieres. That's why I do premieres, but I hate that I missed that.
Is it going over your head? You got a $499 super chat?
I just said, holy shit, woman.
That's it. Oh my
That's-
God! I would
that's weird
do
shit.
a dance
I'm-
I would drop. Oh
You
my
won't
God.
even go on camera. You're talking about dancing.
No one has to see it. That's amazing. That's like such an honor for me to
Yeah.
give you that.
I
credit.
didn't even know that you could super chat that much.
He said
That's amazing.
he said he cranked the bar all the way to the right and it gave him that option.
That's
Is
crazy.
he here now?
That's crazy.
I haven't seen him recently.
Shit.
I had a Gia sent that $199.
This is
The-
$500.
500.
I mean,
Yeah.
$199
Yeah.
is huge. Don't get me wrong. I've never had that either. But that's amazing. And your face is obscured by the mic. Can you move one
Yeah.
or the other?
No.
Yeah. Well, it's from the chat. So your
Oh,
audience wants
let's
it.
see. Well,
I know you won't do it if I want it.
Let's see.
And
what
then-
the-
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
better. That's good. Right there.
all right.
I don't want to see his face, guys. I don't know why you do it.
She does.
No,
She's-
I don't. It's
We-
Sunday, by the way.
I know it's Sunday. I know what you're getting at. I'm supposed to pay you.
Baby bitch.
I'll pay you at some point in the near future, maybe.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I just got super chatted your weekly salary, so I guess I can't pay you.
Oh my God. Do you have to tell people what I make slaving for you?
I wouldn't say that you make it. It's more like a donation.
Okay. Oh,
Alright.
I like the one that just came in. That's sweet. Go ahead.
And also from the premiere, we had $99.99 from James Elvin. He
Jesus.
says, "Keep it up, shipmate. These videos keep me going every day."
Oh my God.
Oh, that's from a
Oh, by the
sailor,
way, all right, you keep going. I gotta tell you something that happened last night after Cliff's done.
All right. John, member 1 month. Welcome to the bunkers. The LG for $4.99 says, "Sorry to ask this, as I know you had nothing to do with it, and I may have missed you comment on it. But did Virgo Triad scam us?"
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But
Wait,
like-
what do you mean no? What are you talking about? No.
well, no, it was. I mean, the
Yeah, explain yourself.
what we did was legit. I mean, there
Oh,
was a
yeah,
buyer.
there's not that part. I'm talking about everything else about her. Yeah, it was a scam.
Yeah, no. Well, I guess it depends on the question has to be qualified with in what way, because what we did was
It
all
was cool.
confirmed
Yeah.
and everything. But was she a scammer, or
Absolutely.
I guess is
A conner.
wasn't she a
Artist,
scammer?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's a criminal.
And I'm sorry to say that we all got took. Like
Mhm.
each and every one of us, like even Van Balen in the later days after we all had figured out that it was a scam, like there was still some people like Van Balen who were holding on
Yeah.
and made videos and came out and and then had to retract, and say, sorry, I was wrong. And of course,
But you can't hold it against him because
no.
Van right away, as soon as he heard the proof, said, "You know what? I was
Right.
wrong."
Yeah, there was plenty of people
Who didn't?
that, because she was such a fixture in the community, that everybody could be forgiven for hanging on.
No.
Well, okay, within reason. Everybody like Van Balian, I wasn't even mad at him
No, neither was I.
when he made the video and
Me
said
neither.
that he was on her side. I was because I remember you and I talking back and forth and saying, "Don't worry about it. The truth is going to come out." And then Masshole Report did their big expose, and then pretty much everybody except for the real like hardcore sycophants
Yeah.
had to say that they were wrong.
Yeah.
And no, DJN in the chat, I was never mad at you. I was, I knew what was coming, and so I was never really mad at anybody except for the people
you weren't really a part of it, actually. I was
Yeah,
the one who took the brunt of it. I took the brunt of it, so why would you be mad at anybody?
I pretty much
You
when and I knew from the start that eventually the truth was going to come out. So why go to war with anybody when you know that?
Yeah, but nobody was attacking you either.
Well, that's true.
I was the one who got attacked, not you.
Well, I in back channels was taking care of that
Right.
as best I could.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Michael Krause for $5 says, "I don't have $4.99, but here's $5 to see AMG dance."
That's so cute.
Tones Overthinks It for $10 says, "My second video was actually going to be about Tyrant Slayer and his latest video with the cops and Marshall, but I scrapped it because I wouldn't sink to his level putting his custody battle on YouTube." Cool.
Yeah. So Artie, originally told me about the whole custody battle this guy's got, and I think that's what sent him over the edge into the sovereign citizen world. But at some point, you got to think you're still a grown adult. You're in a custody battle. That doesn't give you, permission to just go sovereign citizen. You still got to be an adult and conduct your affairs in an adult-like manner. So I don't think that that gives him any excuse. And even after, I remember reaching out to Artie after he went to bat for him. He sent me a message and he was like, "Yeah, this guy, he's has this tough thing going on." And I wrote him back once he struck my video and was like, "Hey, your boy that you just went to bat for did a copyright strike on my video," and he was like, "Yeah, he's just lost the plot." So, I mean, at some point, you got to man up and be an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So Jeff C for Canadian $5 says, "I love your videos. Please keep up with the Canucks, soft-sits, and auditors."
Yeah, why do y'all have so many sovereign citizens up there? It seems like a disproportionate amount. And not saying like y'all have more than we do, but we have 10 times. We have 10 times the population, but proportionally, I think y'all have more sovereign citizens.
Soft sits are trash.
Probably, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Like y'all got what was the dude that was running for mayor? That
Kevin Johnston.
Right. Like he was crazy. Well, he probably still is, but he's crazy in jail now.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous maybe it's just because you guys are probably, I would say, on balance, a little bit more free than we are. Maybe that's why you got more sovereign citizens.
I'm sure anyone who's a minority in prison will just love him.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
can't wait for him to start screaming about it.
He's going to get well acquainted with the Johnson part of,
Oh, God.
See what I did there?
Mhm.
Unfortunately.
That's why it's so ironic that Glenn Serio was seen at the George Floyd rally after that
Oh
video.
my
he
God.
made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just there to get content. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
He was there to
Like,
become part of my opening bit on my videos.
Your
Yeah.
little opening montage. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No, was that at the George Floyd rally?
Yeah.
Yeah, the OZ spray.
They hit me with a really strong
Oh,
dose
gosh.
of
Okay.
sea spray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking about the other one. So you done? No? Okay, go ahead.
No, I got some more. TNPIR 4002 for $50 says, Schrodinger's Cat, say thanks to AMG. YouTubing without a producer is hard. Shameless plug. Check out my new Series B squared at TNPIR 4002. Next episode's going to be a doozy.
Now, I could not even have. I make fun of AMG, like we banter back and forth, but I could not do what I do without AMG, and so I'll say this reluctantly. Thank you, Tina, for all that you do for my channel. She's sort of like a like Nurse Ratched. Like she like, well,
How about Gal Friday?
I don't know who that is, but like she makes me take my medicine, and if I don't, like, I'll never hear the end of it.
I do
So-
everything for him, basically, guys.
Yeah.
Well,
Got that.
Yeah. As far as the channel goes, yeah, and then the rest of your life is Nicole. Does
yeah, I
everything.
mean, she did get me the sponsor, that and my channel now has a sponsor, and she pretty much did that single-handedly, except for all the showers that I took with their soap, which is amazing.
Why don't you
by the
talk
way.
about it a little bit?
Yeah, no, these guys,
Legit.
they are, they watch the channel and sent me some soap. That they have a soap company, and they sent me some soap and said, "Hey, check this out." And I'm like, I'll be damned if that's not some great soap. And Mrs. Schrodinger's Cat will even tell you that my bathroom is right off of our bedroom, and the whole bathroom and bedroom smells awesome, like right after a shower, because this soap, and it lathers, it like gets you, super clean. It's
And
really
nothing
great
harsh in it, right? It's great for your skin.
Yeah, no, you're super refreshed after taking a shower with that stuff, and I love it. Just ordered, I think, something like $200 worth of it to give away for Christmas presents. So yeah,
She told
check
me
out-
that once you got it, you did not stop talking about it.
I really didn't, and it's pretty easy to say, oh, these people are sponsoring me, so I'm gonna rave about their product. But if somebody had if I had just picked it up at the store for $1.99, I'd still be talking about how great the soap is.
I'll put their link in the description.
And a portion of the
Proceeds.
the revenue goes to veterans. So
Yeah, like
there's that as
homeless vets too.
yeah, homeless vets and active duty
Mhm,
troops. So
You should send Glenn Serio some of that, so
And you get
you could use it.
10% off with your code
yeah, put Big Cat in the
promo.
and in the promo there, and you get 10% off.
So you have to have access to a shower to use it, though. So I don't know.
Yeah,
yeah,
it
for-
wouldn't help Glenn Serio at all.
He'd probably eat it.
Yeah, he'd probably think it's food.
Actually, it smells so good that you kind of, I could see how someone would be tempted to. Like I think they sent me
Excuse me.
spearmint.
Can you tell them the
and-
name? Wait. Yeah, the name of the company though.
Oh
Hero
yeah,
Soap.
it's Hero Soap Company,
There you go.
and they sent me peppermint and spearmint,
Mm.
and both of them, it just like the entire bathroom. Once all the steam and stuff's happened, it smells great. It's like pretty cool.
And because he's a guy, I'll tell you about like the good stuff of the skin. There's no parabens in it. It's all natural. It's good stuff. Just
Alright.
to help out.
Mrs. Schrodinger's cat sent a $2 super chat. She said, "Hello from your lovely wife."
The loveliest.
I don't know who this person is. Like, there's been this Mrs. Schrodinger's cat in my chat for like the last 2 months now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, who?
Stop it.
Oh, okay, I will stop it before I have to pay for a divorce lawyer. No, that is the lovely wife, who does so much great work when I'm here on the road. Taking care of Winston and taking care of when sovereign citizens stop by with frivolous lawsuits to drop off on the porch, and then put on their channels. So thank you to Mrs. Schrodinger's cat for. I don't know why she didn't just release the dachshunds on them.
Anyway, can I tell you what I wanted to tell you though?
If you must.
Okay. So last night on my channel, we had a new member join, Tex Bork, which is Julie Bork's husband, I believe. And he, let me read this so I don't get it wrong. He was, where'd it go? Second class petty officer on the USS Coral Sea in, was it VA-65, world famous Fighting Tigers?
Yep.
He said
that was old school if he was on the Coral Sea.
Yeah, in the 70s, I believe. And he threw an old cutlass off a ship.
Yes, that actually happened. So what they did was they took a car. We could probably find the video of it.
Get out.
Yeah, no, it's on YouTube. So on aircraft carriers, we have steam-powered catapults that launch the planes into the air. That's why we don't have to have the ramps like all the other countries do. So what they did was they took a car and they hooked it up to the steam catapult and launched it off of the front of the aircraft carrier.
Why?
Sure. Because why not?
Okay, hey.
Why not?
Right.
Why not?
Right. It's sort of like why somebody asked Edmund Hillary why he climbed Mount Everest, and he said because it was there.
Yeah, I was there.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure we could find that video. But the Coral Sea, that's old school.
Mm-hmm.
And he was in what squadron? VA what?
65.
Fighting Tigers?
Yeah. World famous Fighting Tigers.
So just for everyone's edification, a VA squadron is so the V stands for fixed wing and the A stands for attack. So those were bombers. So whatever VA squadron he was in was in yeah, that was probably intruders. So A6 intruders. I'm seeing lots of people talk about some Navy stuff in here. Somebody was on the Nimitz. Nimitz is still in service, believe it or not. It's the very
Oh,
first of
okay.
the Nimitz class of nuclear aircraft carriers.
I still got my granddad's old Class A's in the closet. He
I-
was he was on board the old diesel sub that was docked at Fort Sumter.
Yeah,
Can't remember the name of it right now.
I kept one of each of my different classes of uniforms when I retired, so they're tucked
Nice.
away in a closet.
And he had those old style ones that had 13 buttons in the front of the pants.
Yeah, no, I did when I first joined, but I had those. Somebody
don't
was
understand
on
why
the
they're done like that.
USS Miller FF 11091. Like that's way old school. That's a frigate.
Yeah.
All right.
I know way too much about the Navy. I need to shut up so we can carry on.
All right. Michael Krause for $10 says, just because AMG is here, here's your joke. What do all the female reindeer do when Santa takes the males out to guide his sleigh? They go into town and blow more than a few bucks.
That's,
Right?
that's so wrong. That's so wrong.
Colony L3, member for 3 Months Skeptic, says, did you hear about the Navy hangar that doubles as a church? It's a house of worship.
Oh man.
Congrats on spelling hanger the right way, because so many people spell it like a coat hanger.
Yeah.
Hangar.
You're right.
Fish Like a Girl for $4.99 says, I love Team Schrodinger's cat.
We
Thank
love
you.
you.
Fish like a girl. I challenge you to a fishing contest. This is going to happen one day. Like, we're going to go out to the lake house, and I'm going to catch a bigger fish. And
All
then
right.
I'll be the king.
Unclean Hands for $5 says, here's my version of the $499 super chat. Thank you. Tones Overthinks It for $5 says, sadly can't stay, but wanted to ask, is someone just starting with their channel, do you have any words of wisdom? Thanks, guys. Love watching you all.
I'll tell you what I told Johnny O when he interviewed Tina and I for his documentary. Upload.
Consistent.
Upload at a consistent rate. Never upload anything that you wouldn't watch if it was on somebody else's channel. So if you're going to upload a video, you got to think before you click, the upload button. If somebody else uploaded this, would I watch it and enjoy it? That's pretty much my main two rules.
And what you do, you should really enjoy.
Yeah, no, have fun with it. So, yeah, to any new YouTuber out there, I think a lot of the pitfalls that a lot of people fall into is they feel like they have to upload, so they'll just upload something.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah,
Yeah, never do that. If
yeah.
you don't enjoy it, then don't do it.
Right. So whenever I upload, it's got to be something that I think people are going to want to watch. The worst thing that you can do is have somebody get ready for your premiere, and they're sitting down, they got the popcorn out, they got their drinks ready, and then you upload a dud, because they're just going to lose faith in your channel. So each and every video that I upload, I want to be, anybody that's watching, I want it to be a sure thing.
Okay.
Look at the private chat. Sure.
I don't read stuff when you write it, but
So, hi, Kent, member for 2 months. The Bunker says, greetings from the White Cliffs of Dover. Hello.
Hi.
Captain Cactus for £5 says, shout out for Cliff for all the good work on everyone's streams. He doesn't get enough mentions. Love all you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for all you do.
I agree. We do not give Cliff Cliff enough recognition for what he does. I apologize for that.
But if you want to, he has an Amazon wish list on my channel for Christmas. There you go.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to get him those anal beads that he was looking for.
Man,
Thank you.
I already bought them.
Oh, well then I'll get him that other thing.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Jake Nation 65 for $5 says, "What is the difference between a First Amendment auditor and a light bulb? You can unscrew a light bulb." Doug Donahue, member for 5 months because reasons, says, "I never even knew soft-sits existed until I found your channel. I then fell down the flat Earth rabbit hole. Keep fighting the good fight, man."
Oh no, you poor thing.
God.
We're sorry. We're so sorry.
Thing.
Hey, Law Talk with Mike in the chat. We're going to be getting in touch with you soon. I think we're going to do another lawyer stream here soon.
Cool. Hannibal True Silence, new member, welcome to Skeptics. Grandma Sunshine Dragon for $5 says, "I love your channel. You're hysterical. You're the auditor of the frauditors. Keep up the fabulous work."
Yeah, it's funny because there's a channel out there called Audit the Audit, and really, I think
I love Audit the Audit.
Yeah,
Great
it's
job.
not a bad channel, but they stole my name because
Yeah.
Oh.
maybe I should start a channel called Audit the Fraudit.
Yeah,
Audit the Frauditor.
There you go. This is cool because I've never encountered an ex-Canadian Forces guy before. Jeff C. for Canadian $5 says,
Ooh.
"I know you're a Navy vet. Can you give us newer viewers a bit of your military service? I'm ex-Army for Canada."
Army.
Yeah, I mean, I've done it in the past, and it's gonna bore Tina to death because she's heard it 10,000 times. But yeah, so I enlisted in the Navy in 1995 as an aviation electronics technician. So I did that for 11 years, rose to the rank of first class petty officer. At which time I was an instructor teaching electronics at Oceana in Virginia Beach, and got accepted into a commissioning program. So they sent me to Old Dominion University to get my undergraduate degree in electrical engineering, gave me a commission, and I became a surface warfare officer. Drove Navy ships for about 6-ish years. Transitioned to the Expeditionary Force, which is like the land side of the Navy, ground pounders. From there, I went to the Joint Special Operations Command as the advisor to the commanding general. So whenever he needed to know something about the Navy, like I was the guy that he would ask, and came up with answers for all his questions. And from there, I went to SEAL Team 2 as an operations officer, and that's where I retired. Cool. That's the Cliff's Notes. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Cliff's Notes.
Cliff, read the Colonel Potter one next. I want to address it.
Okay, Colonel Potter 4007 for $4.99 says, "What's your opinion and/or thoughts on Virgo scamming people with the fire she had?"
The fire was real. Get it through your head.
That was.
It was the rest of everything she had in her life. Her person.
Yeah,
it was on. The fire was absolutely real.
Everything
her being in the
else
hospital was real.
Right. Like
just because she's a bad person doesn't mean she didn't have a fire.
Right. Yeah. We did our best. Like if we had known ahead of time that she was already a scammer,
we wouldn't have done it. Obviously.
Did she probably overplay her hand?
She did. Absolutely. Yeah. She exaggerated some things. But the fire was absolutely real. The damage it did to her was real.
Yeah.
She made it a little dramatic, I guess.
S. Taylor in the chat says, my ex was at SEAL Team 2. What years? I was at SEAL Team 2 from 2015 to 2017.
Cool. Moderate Chaos, new member, welcome to Window Smashers. Taco Josh Gaming, member for 12 months to Bunkers, says, Tyrant is suing you Monday. Free material, yeah.
He's welcome. He's welcome to try.
Yeah.
Somebody else in the chat was asking when, or saying that I should do another Ask a Scientist, which is odd because I'm planning on, if I can, a week from today, having Professor Clive Wells back on, because I've got some science stuff that I don't understand. He did respond to my email today and answered my question, but I might have him on and then, try to talk about just basic people who just deny reality. I think he might have some interesting things to say about that. So we might sort of have a Ask a Scientist stream next week.
Okay.
Wait, should we get to the focus of what this is supposed to be about for a while and go back to the super chats?
What do you mean? Like,
Copyright
strikes?
Yeah.
Yeah. If somebody has a comment about copyright strikes, then
I thought Chris Murray was going to talk about it.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
I was going to say what?
Do you want to hold off on the last three then?
Oh, I guess do them real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Victoria Shunshik, sorry if I butchered your last name, for $5 says, thanks Schrodinger's cat for all the entertainment. Keeps me sane while I'm sitting in the car at 2 a.m. waiting for trains. Also, we'd love to see more Sparky.
I would
We
too,
try.
but it's just few and far between.
Yeah, we've tried finding random taser videos ourselves at the NASA Bunker 33, but those are actually hard to find because YouTube is very frowny about that. The whole
Plus, the
violence
cops
thing.
don't tase people all the time.
Right.
Yeah,
No, they're
the reality of it.
really reluctant with it.
Yeah.
I've got one that I downloaded, but I keep looking at it and I'm like, I'm not sure if the cops should have tased that person.
Yeah.
So let's be honest. Sometimes the cops are wrong.
Sometimes they're
wrong.
Yeah,
And
like that one video. I still remember that one video you showed that you got a lot of grief for because
but he then did a live stream about it, so
yeah, then you you did apologize for it, so I mean, I'm not, but I'm just saying.
It's funny because I was telling, I was on the phone with Tina earlier today, and I was telling her, I was like, I literally spend, 3 to 4 hours a day looking for content.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is, I look at a video and it's like, oh, this frauditor got arrested, and I'll watch an hour-long video and then be like, oh, the cops weren't like
even close to it. Yeah.
Right. Like they were not wrong, but not like right. So then I just have to throw that whole thing out and like start over from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so if I'm going to find
hour you don't get back.
Right. So there's a whole lot of time when, the cops just aren't always right. And
but
that's why
they're not breaking the law either.
Right. No, it's like
because you would put it out if they did something egregious.
And that's So there's like this gray area where
it's just not interesting.
Yeah.
Not being entertaining.
Yeah, and so I spend a whole lot of time looking at videos that, and I say it a lot of time in my videos that I do the hard work so that you don't have to. Like my video that came out today, it was 1 hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah,
that I had to wade through to come up with a 20-minute video.
Yep.
And so not only was it 1 hour and 20 minutes that I spent, I had to spend the time doing replays, writing the script. So for a 20-minute video, it's, you're looking at like 3 hours sometimes.
Hey, Vlad Impaler says you should get legalized drugs on and call it Ask a Meth Head.
I honestly think that the dude he's lost the script.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
he literally
That does
doesn't, because he's been sending me all these emails, and I guess I could show a couple of them if y'all wanted, but he thinks he's gonna win this
Oh
whole
yeah,
thing.
he does.
They always do.
Right. And
He can't even make his letterhead though. He's got stout, and stout, comma, pro se.
Right, which is
Like,
weird.
but he puts the words together, pro se, so close that it looks like stout, and prose.
Right.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, it's pro se means that you're representing yourself. But then right below that, he talks about how they represent people.
Mm-hmm.
Those two things don't go, they don't match.
Go together.
Like, you can't be pro se and represent people, because how can you represent yourself and somebody else? Like,
Yeah.
and I don't know if he just didn't watch the stream where we had 4 lawyers on that were laughing at his complaint against me, and then my lawyer who laughed at it, and it's going nowhere. It's not going to make it past the very first hurdle in court. But he sent his sister, down, and I promised my wife that I wouldn't call her his idiot sister. So I'm not going to say
You
that.
You tell she's an idiot. Sorry, Nicole.
Yeah. So all the way down from Fredericksburg, which is over an hour away, to go to the court and get, this thing that, the court will just, you could sue anybody for anything. So just because he's sued doesn't mean that there's merit. The court's just like, yeah, whatever, dude. Yeah, we'll sign it. And he's like, oh, look, it's signed by the deputy clerk. Who cares?
Yeah, because you can file anything.
You can file anything. And then dropped it off on my porch as if like that's a mic drop. Like, look, we dropped it off on the porch. Who cares?
And the thing is, though, she didn't even try to serve. She rang the doorbell, put it on the porch, and walked away.
Like, not even walked
serving.
away. It was like almost like a half run. It was like,
yeah. She didn't want to see you or your wife.
Yeah.
No.
Well, it didn't matter that I was like 500 miles away too. So,
Yeah.
But we'll figure it out. It's not like it's even going to be a hard problem. It's
Yeah.
I've got a guy for that.
All right.
I've got a guy for that. I like the way you did that. I got a guy for that.
This next one I can answer. Iceman for Canadian $6.99 says, can Kevin tell us from his direction center if Canadian pens have Muslim brotherhoods? I don't know about that, but I've talked to people who've been to jail in Canada, and they tend to have fairly large native populations. And he, with his wasted native coffee company, he's not going to be popular.
Oh, I would say so. Yeah. Oh, he's definitely he was a giant racist.
Yeah.
And if you ever watched his little radio show that he had, like, they were definitely, it was like the Canadian version of Alex Jones.
He's also anti-2SL GPT.
Yeah, he was anti everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Jeff C for Canadian $5 says, excellent, thank you. You're welcome. Barbara Isabel for $5 says, remembering my World War II 19-year-old father serving on the Ticonderoga, twice kamikazed.
Oh, wow, the Ticonderoga. That's what our current cruisers are named after. The Ticonderoga class destroyers. Not
Nice.
destroyers. I'm an idiot. Cruisers.
Cool.
Our cruisers are Ticonderoga class.
All right. Well, let's move on because we're out of super chat. So
All right.
Thank God.
What do you mean? Thank God.
Well,
They're talking points. They give us stuff to chat about.
we should actually talk about the topic once in a while.
You should find us some videos to watch.
We didn't even talk about the topic you made me put on the title.
We did. We talked about.
Oh my God, that's all you wanted to say? You could have put it in a postcard.
Well, I mean, we can. I could
Wow.
show you. I could show you some of the.
Put it in a video. You didn't have to drag me here when I had a migraine.
You can have a migraine on your own time.
What do you want me to pull up?
I don't know. What do we want to watch?
Well, a lot of people like my gaming streams. Ooh.
You have a channel?
No,
Wait,
I'm
you have
on
a channel?
Radical Plays. I've been playing a very scary game on Radical's channel.
Yeah, I heard you were like getting all terrified and stuff.
People think it's funny, so I do it for them. I love
Oh.
my people.
someone, I don't know what this means. Someone said in the chat, Schrodinger's cat, you just said you spend 4 hours a day looking for content. Do you worry about proving Furry Potato correct? That statement?
Oh
What
God,
does
it's
that
very
mean?
potato.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Proving
If you tell us what that means, we could tell you.
Furry Potato correct. The Furry Potato's channel's gone. So there's that.
Well, she has another one apparently.
Yeah, but Furry
Wait,
Potato is
Am
a
I saying that?
terrible, terrible human being.
Not even human.
Yeah.
Yeah, just she pepper sprayed an old lady. So there's,
Anybody who hangs out with her is trash.
Tater tots, they call them.
yeah.
It's stupid. That's
It's sort of like
no, they're
people-
not tater tots because tater tots are good.
Tater tots are
Okay.
good, yeah.
Tater tots are good, and she's nasty.
Furry said you can't make content on your own, and you
Oh,
just said you
please.
search for other people's content to use. I didn't
Fair
even know,
use, bitch.
yeah, I didn't even know that Furry knew who I was. So, like,
She knows who everybody is because she has no life.
they all say that. They all say that I can't make content on my own. People like myself and Radical and all the rest of us, we take your content and we fix it. It's sort of like
We make it so it's watchable.
right, like the video that I made today. It was 100 or an hour and 20 minutes of nonsense, and I made it a 20-minute watchable video. So Furry and others make, just hours upon hours of videos of dead air.
Just check out on the screen.
Oh, what screen am I looking at?
The stream. StreamYards, it doesn't matter.
Hold on, let me look.
The one you're on, dumbass.
I got multiple screens happening here, woman. Yeah, I don't know what you're referring to.
Beaver C says, "Why would someone name themselves after a moldy potato?"
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't even know what that Furry Potato refers to, but
Yeah, she doxes people. So.
oh yeah,
That tells you
that's-
everything you need to know about it.
right.
And
And
that's every frauder ever.
No, not every frauder doxes people. She does though, and that's disgusting.
oh well, she also is a big fan of false
Violence
copyright strikes
and violence.
and violence. Yeah.
Yeah, so like she's trash, and I don't want to talk about it because that gives her oxygen.
Well, there was the hilarious video the other day. I can't remember what channel it was on.
Why are you giving her
Of
time?
the dude that like got all up in her face.
Okay,
and-
yeah, that's
and-
fine. But
and-
no, but then they get attacked for, oh yeah, it's because she's a trans woman. No, it's not. It's because she's gross and she's horrible and she deserves it.
I mean, honestly, and I'm going a little bit out on a limb right here. I don't honestly think she's trans. I think it's a gimmick.
Trending? Is what you're saying?
No, I think it's a gimmick. It's like,
Yeah, that's trending because she's
Trans
doing
trending,
it for
yeah.
the.
oh,
attention.
okay, yeah. It's
I believe
like,
she's trans. If she says she's trans, I'm gonna believe her.
Yeah, I'm of the same. I think if she says she's trans, I'll believe it. But
yeah. I mean, I'm perfectly happy with saying she when I refer to Free Potato, but like on balance, I think it's sort of a armor that you're using because
so
it's
something
something.
she's hiding behind is what you're saying.
Right. Yeah. It's
True.
it's a wall that you're hiding behind to say, oh, you can't say anything bad about me because if you do,
You're
then you're transphobic. Right.
Yeah.
It's sort of like New Sound Omaha. Whenever anything happens to him, it's because he's black. You know, it's you're just racist. You know,
Right.
so
I have no problem with her being trans, and I'll believe that she is. But using
I don't
it
either.
wait, can I finish my thought?
No.
Using it as a weapon, as Nostalgia Nerd says, is gross.
Right.
Yeah.
She's bringing negative attention to the trans community.
Exactly. And everybody knows like that I've got tons of subscribers that are trans and I'm perfectly happy with that. Like no issue whatsoever, but you don't get to weaponize
No.
your minority, you know.
And she does have a new channel, by the way.
I mean, I'm non-binary, and I don't go about broadcasting it that I am non-binary, but I don't use it as a weapon, and I don't say, oh, you just hate me because
Yeah,
you're
right.
transphobic.
It's
Yeah.
like using the race card. It's
Yeah,
you don't do that.
you don't get to weaponize whatever, you
It is you
know,
are.
class that you're in. You know, I don't get to weaponize being a veteran or anything like that.
Cisgender.
Yeah.
What's this? It don't matter.
I mean, I don't get to weaponize being like a totally masculine dude that everybody wants to hook up with. I don't get to weaponize that one.
Can we get back to just shut off the whole thing with her? I don't want to talk about her. I don't want to think about her. She's not even in my whole hemisphere. Wait a minute. Before we go on,
Hemispheres aren't real.
Can you explain what non-binary is for people?
Yeah.
Non-binary is I don't associate myself with either gender. I go about wearing dresses sometimes, and I'm dressed male sometimes. It's my non-binary.
He doesn't belong to either one of the binaries.
Yeah, I don't believe
binary being male, female.
Yeah, I'm not male or female. I don't consider myself male or female.
Right. And that's great. There's so many different ways to express your gender.
Yeah.
Or not express it. And it's beautiful, every one of them.
Yeah, and who cares? Like nobody gets to say, like nobody gets a veto on what somebody else says that they are.
Yep.
I did not say that, Facty.
I saw that. I just saw that.
Oh,
right, I'm gonna be AFK for about a minute.
Okay.
All right.
Charlie Girl on that. That's beautiful.
Okay, now
yeah,
that he's gone,
it's sort of
we
like
can
being
talk about
neutral.
him.
It's sort of like being neutral. Yeah.
It's gender neutral.
And your pronouns they and them.
Yep.
Yep.
Though I really don't press the matter because it's
Because you don't press the fact that you're non-binary.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing that too, Brian.
Brian?
No, the person in the chat just said he's just a gay guy here supporting everyone.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, I see now Brian Shump. Yeah.
Bye, Dr. Who's by Gayley, Ladberry, Steven.
I'm also bisexual if anyone cares.
Awesome. And as Sir Little Wolf says, we're all bipeds.
Yeah, we're all bipeds.
Hey, Dodge. Simon H. I am proud. Beautiful.
And ever since I heard the name Furry Potato, I always thought she was a furry for some reason, but apparently not.
So did I. Okay, good. Wasn't just me. No way, Charlie. You did what I wanted to do. Like I saw this Christmas tree that they took. They got all the different colors of the rainbow and
Nice.
different balls, and they did this gradient going down it, so that it's a rainbow. It was so pretty. I wanted to do that so bad. I love the rainbow.
We don't have a tree this year, I don't think.
You never have a tree. Stop it.
Oh, I used to. Like I was the biggest Christmas guy when I was young. When I was a kid, I couldn't wait to put up the Christmas tree. And then when I first bought my house, when I was in my 20s, like I did the lights, I put up the tree and made sure it was in the window so everybody could see it. And then slowly just
Now you don't
stopped
do anything.
caring. Oh,
Yeah.
Winston doesn't care. He's just like, whatever.
Mine went
Yeah.
the other way. So
Like when he was a kid, like we did the Elf on a Shelf and all that other stuff, and like he was super happy. But now, like he's a teenager, so he's just like, whatever. Where's my money?
mhm.
So
Where's the
on
money?
on Christmas Day, he wants his stuff, and he could care less about a tree. But he's that sort of kid where he's very analytical and he knows that the tree doesn't matter. He wants his stuff.
See, Christmas is huge for my family. So after my parents died, I couldn't do it. But this year, I'm just so into it. I can't even tell you. I'm bursting.
My mom is big on
That's what I
Christmas. Like,
hear.
she wants the family there. She wants everybody. She wants all the grandkids and the great big meal. But they're that type of people.
Yeah.
I
I hear that Nicole's mom has 2 trees.
Oh yeah, Nicole's mom loves like the same thing. Like she wants everything, decorates the house and the lights and everything, but big inflatable, snowmen on the front lawn and everything.
See, no, Pop. that's the Grinch in you, hon. I don't do it because it's a commercial thing. I do it because it's very sentimental and traditional for me. It means something to me more than gifts and stuff. You know.
I just don't do it because,
And if you don't mind me saying, there's a contest on my channel. Decorating. It could be a tree. It could be your menorah. It could be your Kwanzaa piece. Anything. Your wreath. We're gonna have different things like best wreath, best tree, best different subjects, and big prizes. Big prizes. So keep your eyes out, and I'll tell you more as it goes on. I'm making a video right now.
nice.
Big prizes.
Big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big bada boom.
Some hero soap.
Yes.
Actually,
maybe.
that's a good idea. I should
Yeah.
probably give some of that away on my channel.
There you go.
Yeah,
You can give one to me to give away on my channel too.
I'd give one to you to use because Lord knows. I mean,
I use Olay.
No,
I'd like to try it. Yeah, I'm gonna.
you gotta.
I'm hoping I'm one of the ones getting it for Christmas. Correct.
I'd like to try it too.
It is. It's that good. It's really that good. Like when I got it in the mail, I was like, okay, soap, and then I went.
So,
Yeah, I went and took a shower, and Nicole's like,
Wait a minute.
why does half the house smell so good?
This is my mother's literal name, first and middle name, Linda Lee. And you have 12 trees?
12 trees, Jesus.
Wow. That's my
I would
mom's
have
name.
one.
Oh my god. Oh my
I
god.
don't even have one tree.
You got to have a big ass house to have 12 trees. I mean,
Yeah.
my parents'
That's
house
Martha Stewart.
wouldn't fit 12 trees.
That's Martha Stewart because she has one in every room, including her barn too. Because her
Martha's-
barn's not a barn. It's so it's like a we have dinner in the barn.
I guarantee you, Martha Stewart's barn is better than most of our houses.
Absolutely. But and she doesn't even do the trees by herself.
It's a good thing.
I'm celebrating everything.
That's a
this
good thing.
year, Bill. Everything. If you
I mean,
celebrate it,
if Snoop Dogg if he gave her his endorsement, then I'm good with her.
Yeah.
he just likes
If
to
Snoop
she's
Dogg's
been
cool
to
with her,
prison.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's funny because of the two of them, she's the one that was in prison.
Yep.
I don't know what you're talking about, Video Dump. Who's Whitwitch? Don't know. Honestly, don't. Can you explain? Does anybody know what he's talking about? Video
I'm
Dump?
not looking at the chat right now, but hold on, let me go.
It says he's asking me if I could tell the story of Whitwitch being locked in a cage. Pictures are interesting, but they don't explain why she was in there. And I don't know who Whitwitch is.
I don't either.
I'd be happy to explain it if you told me who they were.
Yeah, no
No
idea.
I'm gonna if you show me a picture, I can make a story up around it.
Yeah.
I can.
So
Do I know Whitwitch? Cliff?
The name is familiar, but
like I know Twitwitch.
Oh, Twitwitch, the mole in my Discord.
Oh. I don't.
Maybe. Yeah, that was. Yeah, okay. No, K-Rav's right. K-Rav's right. I don't know about a cage. I don't know who they are even. Sorry.
No, I no idea
No
about
clue.
anybody being in a cage.
that was the one that kept going on about the flowers, right?
Yeah, weirdo. I tossed them.
Yeah. I can neither conform nor deny
Wait
that
a
I've
minute.
ever put
Conform.
anybody in a cage.
Julie the
Conform.
Bookie Worm.
I
says-
said conform, didn't I?
Julie the
Confirm.
Bookie Worm says, if you want to talk about a real scam, let's talk about adoption. Adoption's wonderful. What are you talking about?
Yeah, adoption's great.
I don't know enough about whether or not it's. I mean, I guess it might. Like, the
What?
rich people may like have better access.
Yeah, no,
to it
that's not.
than-
That's never good. And like,
Yeah, I think maybe
it's
that's
taken too long that for gay people to get adoption. But the fact
Yeah.
that there is adoption is wonderful.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
That-
that's
but
what I'm saying. I was saying.
just being generous. I think that's what whoever that person was saying.
Like Malala says, adoption is the reason many people are here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
But Julie says no, adoption is not great or wonderful. I am sorry if you had a bad experience with it. I really am. But I know people who've been adopted, and they're the reason they're here. So I'm very happy with it.
OPT was adopted, and I met his dad. And
Yeah,
he was a
Best
great guy.
person we know. Charlie Girl's not having kids, but when
Oh.
she turns 50, she's gonna start adopting gay teens. They got kicked from her home like she did. That's amazing to me.
Yeah.
Charlie Girl. I love
I
that.
worked with a lady once who adopted a child because I think she was right around 50, and never had a child, and she adopted a young girl, an infant girl, and
Yeah.
but it probably changed the child's life because her biological mom was a junkie, so.
If OPT hadn't been adopted, we would have never known him.
Yeah,
For
no.
one. He would have never been here or the person he was.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I met his birth mom at his
Ooh.
funeral, and she was very open about the fact that him being adopted was the best thing for
For
him.
him, yeah.
And it was said, she had changed, turned her life around. Then in the meantime, and it was said multiple times at the funeral that everybody sang her praises, that she made that bold decision to adopt him out when he was born. And
Yeah. It's a
it's
hard thing to do, but
yeah,
thankfully people do it. And Miss Mandy got taken for thousands by a woman who promised her baby to them, and other couples too. Same happened to my parents, but it's still an amazing thing.
yeah. All systems have their flaws, and
Yeah.
Oh
it's
wow.
things that we, as a society, need to work on.
Hmm. So Fish Like a Girl says she surrogates too. She knows the first attorney to make it happen. His name's Bill Handel. Surrogates are amazing too. Yes.
Right. So, I mean, there's tons of things that we do as societies that, and all of them have flaws. Like, what do we do that doesn't have some sort of what system isn't broken to some degree?
Right. But I'm so sorry if something bad happened to you. You know, you didn't deserve it, Julie.
Right.
No, Wonder Woman. They're not talking about Martha Stewart being a witch. No, they're talking about a mole in my Discord. I love her. She's so cute. Wonder Woman wanted to say that she is adopted too, and she's a wonderful person.
Of
Yeah,
course, some
I
people
had a friend growing up who was adopted by one of the more prominent farmers, like where my parents live, where I grew up. It's a big farming town, and one of the big farmers adopted a kid, and probably changed his life because he grew up with wealthy parents instead of probably growing up in poverty. I mean, how is that not a good thing?
Well, her
Yeah.
mom has a son who's going to be adopted as an adult as soon as they can afford it, and her son, he's their son in every way except legally, and her husband will be adopting her son as well. That's beautiful.
Nice.
Good for you.
my
This
my
stream took a weird turn, by the way.
my best friend is trying to adopt away his children, like ever since they were
She's
born.
not talking
He's
about that.
No, I'm
I
joking,
know.
because
I know.
but no, my best friend and we have weird senses
Yeah,
of humor.
I know.
And ever since they were born, he was like, "Will somebody come take these kids?" Like,
Well, you
please.
have a place you can put them. Well, there's a person you can give them to. My dad used to tell me all the time when I was bad, he's going to give me a chief, take them back.
Right. No, he would put on Facebook, like back in the days when
No.
like he would be like, "Will somebody please come take this kid?"
remember that woman from the news with 16 kids who said, "Oh, someone's got to help me with these kids."
Oh yeah, I remember that.
She thought it was our job. No, that's not adopting.
Somebody's got to
that's
take care of these kids. Like, no, lady.
You had them.
You had them. Yeah.
It's funny because when like back when I was still on active duty, people would always talk about that young military members, they needed to get paid more so that they could take care of their kids. And I was like, no. It's like they have every obligation as any civilian to not have kids until they can afford them.
Yes.
And like, luckily nobody could really fight with me because I was on active duty. But I was like, when I joined the Navy, my mentor, who was a retired chief, he said, "Do not get married until you're in E6." And he was like,
Oh,
dude,
because he's telling you to be, so you can provide, right?
right.
Okay.
He was like, don't get married until you're an E6 and don't have kids until you're an E6. And that's exactly what I got married when I was an E6, and I had my first child when I was actually I was an officer when Winston was born.
Is there E7?
Yeah,
Okay.
but
I don't know.
I skipped it because I became an officer.
Excuse the fuck out of me. Hate
But
you bitches.
like if there's all these people in the military who, you know, they're an E1 or E2, they're
And
making
yeah.
like fuck all for money and having kids. And then they're like, oh, we gotta get food stamps. And on the news, they're talking about, you know, how could you be in the military and have to be on food stamps? Well, what the fuck are you doing having kids?
Right.
At that point, you're 19 years old.
Yeah, people are having kids way too early.
Yeah.
Right. And it's funny because I found out recently, like in Europe, that's a whole different thing. Like they don't get married at 18, 19, 20 years old like we do in the US. So, I mean, I'm probably going to get some hate
get
in the chat.
earlier, some get later.
Yeah. Like some people are probably going to be like, oh, you should, you know, be, you know, defending these young military members. No. No, you have the same obligation as everybody else in society.
Here's my question, though. My parents, when they got married, were young. When they had me, my mom was 21 when she had me. So, what's the difference between a 21-year-old then and a 21-year-old now? Because it seems a world. You know what I mean? They could, because when my dad and when my mom was 20 and 21 having me, my dad was 23.
Right.
Yeah.
And could provide.
There were better paying jobs proportionally back in the day too. So
yeah, much better paying jobs.
That's regional.
Yeah.
You know, it depends on where you were. Like if you were, like back then,
they lived in Connecticut,
like, right, which
so
was
not cheap.
Yeah, but it was also industrialized back then.
My dad worked for Ethan Allen.
Right. So like he was working for a corporation that was, you know, making money. He was probably making a pretty good living wage. So
I guess I just don't like, because the maturity was also different, I think.
Well, yeah, especially if you were working for somebody like that where you had to be a responsible human being.
Yeah. They met in business school, you know. It's like they were different then, you know. Both of them were in business school when they met. You know, my mom was an executive secretary.
Right. Well, I mean, there's kids like that nowadays. I've met lots of them. But there's also like the 21-year-olds that are having a kid and, you know,
still try to party every night.
Yeah, and they work at the gas station. Okay, if you work at the gas station and, you know, your boyfriend, you know, does I don't know, whatever, like type of menial labor.
Some of them don't do anything. I know a girl who was basically working as a caregiver, like part-time, and her man's at home.
Right.
Starting a YouTube channel.
And you got no business having a kid.
They have three. Yeah. They have three.
Right. You got no business doing that. And
they live in a $1,500 a month apartment, can't pay rent. Their apartment's been waiting for the rent for months.
Yeah. And so what are you doing bringing a child into this situation?
Remember the 18-year-old that was impersonating the cop and claimed he had a kid on the way and a wife? I think he was lying about that too, but it's like, if that is true and you're a security guard and you're going out pretending to be a cop, you're pretty irresponsible.
Yeah. So it's just me. I don't think that you should be Like, don't put yourself in a situation where you're. I mean, even something like, buying a car. If you can't afford that damn car,
Don't buy it.
don't buy it.
Yeah.
You know.
And here's
So
the thing, though, that and I know I might be harping on it, but when my parents got married, right, and they had me, right, they both had a car. They lived on their own, not with either one of their parents, right? My dad didn't just work, but after work, he volunteered and coached basketball and baseball. Like he was a full grown adult man doing things for the community and working for his family and providing. And I just don't understand why that's so different now. It wasn't Ozzy and Harriet by any stretch of the imagination. They weren't well off. We lived in a 2-family house. But they acted like adults.
Yeah, and they only
Does
had
that
one.
make sense?
They only had one kid too. I mean,
Yeah.
so they were very responsible.
They would have liked to have more, but with my mom's back, and they couldn't afford it.
Yeah, it's a responsible thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I don't know. It just seems like because I forget how young they were when I see other people now and talk about other people now and shit. I'm like, that's right. They were like so young when they got married and had me, and they'd only been married for less than a year when they had me. Because they got married and got pregnant right away because they both waited till they were married. But my mom did, at least. My dad didn't, obviously.
My dad was 31 and my mom was 26, I think, when my brother was born.
Okay, sorry, Irish. Yelling
So
at
they
me.
waited quite a while.
Yeah, I mean, the hell video am I supposed to get? Where'd Schrodinger go?
I'm still here. I'm
Doing what? You want to take part of the conversation?
none of your business. That's what I'm doing.
He's pulling a Riley, guys.
None ya. None your business.
Oh, O'Reilly. No, I mute when I do that.
Yeah, he
Okay.
streams on stream.
Yeah, I never stream while I stream.
Never stream while you're streaming. Streamception.
You want to do some super chats then?
Oh yeah, if we got some.
Sure. Okay. Brian Showman for $5 says, compare and contrast legalized drugs, Abby Hoffman.
I don't know who Abby Hoffman is.
Oh my God, you don't know who Abby Hoffman is?
No.
Oh my God. You can't be. Go ahead.
Well,
No.
all right.
Well,
All right.
tell us who she is.
No, it's
for
not.
Christ's
It's not
sake.
a she. It's a he.
Oh.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I'm looking for something now. Go ahead.
He was a flower power guy.
Mm-hmm.
Colony L3 for $1.99 says AMG remembers messenger pigeons back in the day.
That he hears.
Yeah. Chris Kelling for $5 says, pull up my audit of the Manchester, Connecticut post office.
Who?
Oh,
Chris Kelling.
I don't want to pull up a fraud.
Okay.
Like what? Like how would that be any different from any other fraud of a post office? Like, what is it with you people in post offices?
Yeah, for
There's
real.
no reason for
Like,
them
do
to.
you hate mail?
Yeah.
Like,
They're not run by taxpayer money. They don't work for you.
Yeah.
Stop it. You look stupid.
Yeah. D. Michael G. Echelon Sky for $2 says, encourage Denver Metro audits, convicted felon.
Oh, aren't most of them convicted felons?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Hannibal True Silence, $5, no message, thank you. Kaylee, member 6 months, says, can you ask Schrodinger's cat to explain the basics of a YouTube copyright strike and how he deals with it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what a YouTube copyright strike is when you use someone else's content, and so the legitimate way to use somebody else's content. I'll go back on camera just so. The way that you use somebody else's content is you basically, it's a reaction video. So you download their video, you play a little bit of it, and then you comment on what just happened, and then you play a little bit more, and you make another comment. And so what that does is, in a legal sense, it transforms it into your own content. So you're using it in a way that it's no longer this person's content. It's not your comment or content, because no reasonable person could watch it and mistake it for the original.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Makes it transformative thing. It's called fair use.
yeah, and yeah, that's what fair use is.
Mm-hmm.
So what a lot of these frauditors do is we make fun of them, and it makes them look stupid, as they should. And then they get butt hurt, and so they use the copyright system as a weapon.
Yep.
The flaw with YouTube is that there's no mechanism for checking if it's actually fair use before they take your video down. So all that anybody has to do is say, this is copyright, and your video comes down, your channel gets a strike.
Yep.
And then you're left with fighting back and saying, no, that it's not, and here's why it's not. And that process takes a couple of weeks. And the way that YouTube says that the system works is that when somebody does a false copyright strike, the strike goes on the other party's channel once the video goes back up. But it doesn't. And we know that it doesn't because people like PayPal Patty has probably, I don't know, 40 counter strikes that he's lost, and his channel's still up. It only takes 3 copyright strikes to take your channel down. So counter strikes are not weighed as strikes are. So they're simply lying about it. So the way that you fight one is you do what's called a counter strike. So it's like you're just fighting against the strike, and you have to say why your video was not a copyright infringement. And so over the couple of years that I've been doing this, I've had so many strikes that I've pretty much developed what I think is like all of the magic words that you need to put into a counter strike to make it go through. And I've got pretty much 100% success rate.
Yeah, what you sent us, we actually pinned over at the NASA Bunker 33 just in case we need to use it again.
Yeah,
it is really good. It is very well written.
I've sent it to people and just cut and paste it, because every time I get a copyright strike, I cut and paste it from the previous one, and it goes through each and every time. And as so often, these frauditors will send me emails saying your channel's going down. You know, you're never going to win this. And people like News Now Houston, the convicted rapist News Now Houston, I should say, Earl David Warden, told me that he was suing me and
Mhm.
so the video that he struck went back up. PayPal Patty told me that he was suing me, and the video that he struck went back up. Let's see. 2 or 3 other people have told me that they're suing me. All their videos went back up.
Yep.
So
And then they
SGV.
got the PayPal Patty.
The one
Yeah.
we got hit with SGV was the one we got hit with. So
right, and what I do, I try to make them pay for it. Once the video goes back up, I let everybody mirror it. There has to be consequences for
He
these
does so
things.
that we have to get stricken too.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
there is that, but then you fight those and do the same
Hopefully
thing.
they get in trouble.
Yeah.
yeah,
So like the guy, grandma, whatever his actual
He goes
channel
by
name
Flex
is.
Your
Grandma.
Freedoms.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Flex Your
Flex
Freedoms.
Freedoms.
He struck the video on my backup channel. When it went back up, I mirrored it on my main channel.
And he struck it there too.
He struck it there. Like, what did he think was going to happen? Of course, it's already been adjudicated. So now, in any day now, probably any hour now, that video is going to go back up. And guess what? I'm going to make another video, and I'm going to let everybody mirror it. So, like, how did he think that he was getting anything out of it? Because now the video is just going to be ubiquitous. It's going to be everywhere.
Yep.
It's going to be on everybody's channel.
Yep.
And they're that stupid.
Yeah, but the thing is, there, like you said, there's no consequences for it, and it's really
It's a broken system.
frustrating.
Just a
Oh
broken
yeah, it's a very broken system.
Yeah,
Yeah, Cliff.
because like I said earlier, anyone can strike anything, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Captain
You don't
Cactus
win,
for
but yeah.
yeah, Captain Cactus for £2 says, "I identify as a cactus."
Thank you.
Cool.
Cool.
Hannibal True Silence for $5 again. No message. Thank you. Joanne Sally for $5 says, "Merry Christmas to everyone from a Portsmouth, Virginia native."
Hey.
Portsmouth.
Or
Or P-Town, as we call it.
Oh God. Good.
Wonder Woman Goddess of Truth for $5 says, "I'm adopted and trace my biological family. Haven't contacted anyone yet. Also have my adoption papers too."
Nice.
Go
Cool.
for it. Yeah. Good.
Ira Gwyn for £10 says, "Schrodinger's cat, I don't often get to see you live. Please have some of my money just to keep on doing what you're doing."
Oh.
Oh, thank you.
It's Ira.
always-
By the way.
Ira. Okay.
Mhm. It's an old name. Good.
Brian Showman for $5 says, "Homework assignment, Abby Hoffman."
Yeah. How do you not know?
I don't know
All
who that is.
What about this? Do you know the Chicago 7?
Wasn't that?
Come on, you do it.
It was like some.
The big
I'm thinking.
60s or late 60s.
No, I don't. I know.
All right.
There's no. I don't know.
Good.
Well, just tell me.
No, Abby Hoffman was an activist back in the day, and he was a member of the Chicago 7. And there was I think what's his name? Oh God, what's the name of the guy who defended them? Oh God, Dershowitz. I think.
Alan Dershowitz.
Yeah. Okay.
I know who Alan Dershowitz is.
He I believe he might have been another big name who defended them during that trial, but it was huge everywhere, and they broke into the gallery of the New York Stock Exchange. No? Okay.
Oh.
forget it.
William Kunstler was the guy who defended them.
Kunstler, yeah, because those are the two names I know the best: Kunstler and Dershowitz.
I mean, I've used Alan Dershowitz's name in some of my videos.
Yeah, but
like
no,
when
I know
Sovereign
my
Citizens.
mom knew Dershowitz. That's why I get them mixed up. Or did she know Kunstler? I can't remember who now. Fuck. Either way.
The Dershowitz is a professor at one of the law schools. Is
Yeah.
Harvard
so
Law, maybe?
Kunstler died, so that means she knew him.
Amy for $2 says, I got married a few weeks ago. Woo.
Yay!
Oh, there's
Congratulations.
no excuse for that.
Nemo 813 for $10 says, AMG, remember Schrodinger's cat is a young one.
Still no excuse for not knowing who the Chicago 7 is.
Ranger Renfrew for $5
Yeah.
says,
Sorry, excuse me. They stopped the New York Stock Exchange by throwing dollar bills down onto the floor. Thank you for your vote.
Yeah.
okay. Granger Renfrew for $5 says, Schrodinger's cat, I'm glad you're fighting back against YouTube's unfair practices.
Yeah, and I'm basically pissing in the wind because they don't care.
They
don't care.
Yeah.
That's right. He wrote that book. Steal this book. Yeah.
We still
yeah.
have 2 other strikes we're fighting as well, but
No, the Chicago 7. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's right. What the hell are we fighting for? Well, can you sing it? I don't remember. Christopher, do you know it?
You just mumbled a whole bunch of stuff and didn't make any sense.
Oh, did I?
yeah, you
Okay,
just
sorry.
mumbled a whole bunch of. I'm like, what? Like, wait, what?
I have a migraine. Fuck off.
But yeah, I'm fighting 2 strikes currently right now too. But
No.
they're I mean, I'm gonna win them both. But
Yeah.
One of
We're
them's
not
from this
really
guy named
fighting. We're just waiting.
Take the Cook or something like that, and another one I don't even remember. It was some stupid cow video. We were looking at stupid videos making, that whole don't laugh challenge thing.
right.
We decided to do like a don't laugh challenge, and one of the videos got us a strike.
Yeah, it's at this point they're just doing it, maliciously against my channel.
I love it when,
with you, yeah.
I love it when compilation channels copyright strike you.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it was a
Oh,
compilation.
yeah. We get that all the time on my channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, really? You stole content and then you're claiming it's yours.
Yeah.
Yep.
What?
It was the Chicago 7 people who were asking, not Chicago 8.
7
Yeah, I
other
know that
people,
there
8
was
the
like
movie.
several different like groups that were like the whatever and then a number. Because there was like one group that was like some sort of racial type thing happened, and like there's been so many, like the New York whatever number.
Oh, you're talking about the kids and
Right. Yeah, the kids.
Okay, yeah.
But
that happened in the 90s. This Abby Hoffman's the 60s. Totally different.
Well, I wasn't really alive in the 60s.
But it's a big historical event.
I mean, I know you
American
were in your
history.
40s when that happened.
Wow.
So.
Wow.
And the horse you rode in on. Keep going.
You should know about riding horses. That's how y'all got around when you were younger.
Moving on. I want this hell over, please.
So you said we were going to watch videos and everything too?
I got one for you, actually. Here we go. Just for Nicole.
It's probably black and white. It's probably a
Have
silent
you seen
movie.
have you seen the grandma one where he's going around to those school children?
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that.
He's so cringy. Like,
that was
how?
so cringy. That's the only one I remember of him right now, and it's like
I will not
cringe.
play a grandma video.
Hey there, darling. Ugh.
All right, you ready?
Waiting on you.
We're gonna leave you alone for
movie
a while.
night.
How do I go? Wait, are you guys on the other side of this fence too? Oh, where are you?
Oh,
What are
They're
you
over
doing?
here.
Look at
You're
her.
not supposed to.
Why are you joking?
Hello. How's it going? Expression on your face is just like, what am I doing? I mean, Nathan is still angry. Nathan is always angry.
It's a very funny game when we get together. Look at me. What are you doing? Like Cliff when he's so Cliff. Oh my god. I gotta jump again?
No, you can
How
move
do I get
around it.
over?
Oh, maybe you can jump
Oh.
over.
Obviously, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
See, it's the only way I can get him to see these things because he doesn't watch anything that I'm a part of. Right, SC?
I didn't know that you had a channel until today.
I don't, apparently. And that's not my channel. It's
Wait.
Radical Plays.
Wait, a Marvel Girl has a channel?
I know, right?
Wow.
That's news to me.
News to me too, and I'm a member of it.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Cliff! At 2, Cliff? At 2.
I'm just
You're
kidding.
not surprised when I pay you.
It's true enough.
I don't know where the coat rack is on Chain America. I know there's a clip of it, but I don't know where to find them.
I can find it.
Okay.
Also, the A you took my Cliff one's pretty good too.
Okay. I don't want to piss him off by showing these. Is there a video you want to see, Schrodinger?
No, I was trying to think of something that happened recently that was good to watch, but I can't.
Van Ballian's had a couple.
Oh yeah, he had that one today that was good. Of the judge with
Middleton?
the sovereign citizen. Yeah, it was Judge Middleton with the sovereign citizen. But I mean, we could watch that and then wrap it up. We've been going.
Like he had one yesterday though too. Wait a minute, because I feel bad taking the one from the same day.
Okay, well, whatever he had yesterday, I'm sure I saw it. What was it?
Let's see. Let me look at the last one he had. It might have been the day before. He's been doing a lot lately, which I always love to see Van's work. Always happy. Like as soon as I see Van uploaded, I click. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm always right there when Van uploads.
Yeah, I enjoy Van too.
Actually, I get to see them early because I'm one of his Patreons. Thank you. Yeah. Which, if you'd like to do something awesome, you can join this channel too, and get some awesome stuff.
I'm getting a portion of the super chats, right? I mean, I'm
Amazing Audits. I didn't know you came back.
Yeah.
I mean, I came the right day. You got that 500 one, so I mean.
There you go.
Oh, Amazing Audit sent me email.
I saw.
Oh yeah, that's right, because you got access to that email. Like,
what did he say?
He was. Tina can probably say better than I can.
He wants back on, and he's whining like whining about not being treated right, and apparently I lie. I give. Here, I'll read it to you. I'll read it to y'all, because he's a little bitch boy. All right, so, he says, thinking he's only talking to Cliff, we need to talk. I got a bad rap last live I was on. Real talk, your viewers lied, and Marvel Girl relayed lies to you. I was behaved in the chat. Doesn't matter anyways. You don't think I'd be nice to build a community? Don't you think it'd be nice to build communities closer with love? Hatred and division is horrible and ugly. I wasn't ready to talk about Anselmo's history before, but I am now. Please forward me the records if you don't mind doing that.
So he doesn't mind throwing Anselmo under the bus.
Yeah, to get back on.
Yeah, but he wants to build love and communities after he said what he said about military members and that police are not human.
And he says, "Thank you for getting back to me. I don't think you guys really believe I'm a piece of shit. And if you do, we just need to talk more. I'm not saying we're gonna be the best of friends, but there's goodness to be had here. And please tell Margaret I said hi." But then he says, because I replied to him saying, "How do you talk about love in one sentence, then say cops aren't human and should die in another? See the hypocrisy?" I said, "AMG reads the comments as she sees them. Other than that, what lies?" So he replies, "It was said that I was abusing the chat. Marvel Girl didn't read my chat. She took trans girl's word for it." Anyways, there's no hypocrisy in saying that cops aren't human and should die, but he can talk about love too. No hypocrisy, he says.
Yeah. I mean,
He's delusional.
you can have a problem with police. I mean, lots of people do, and a lot of it is legitimate. But to say that someone isn't human,
Yeah.
like that's a little
And should
bit.
die.
Yeah, that's a little bit over the top.
Yeah,
I think
it was
personally, from what I've seen about, cops and stuff, I'd say about 90% of them are good people. Like,
more than
honestly,
that,
about 90%, 95%, somewhere around there are good. It's just that 5% that get, the bad rap because, 5% of them are awful people.
In my opinion, they're good people at the same rate that anybody in any profession is good people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Generally, yeah.
The way they
I've met some horrible sailors in my career, and probably at the same rate as cops are horrible.
the way they look at it, because there are any bad cops, that makes every good cop liable for it.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
I mean, like, look at some of the, I guess, professions that we hold out as a society to be good. Nurses. Who has not met a horrible nurse?
Oh my God, I've had some terrible ones.
Right.
I've met some terrible nurses.
Firefighters. There's some terrible firefighters out
I
there.
dated one.
Yeah. What else? Like ER docs. There's some terrible ER docs.
Oh my God!
Surgeons.
Don't get me
Surgeons.
started.
Right. Yeah, surgeons. There's some terrible
They're all
surgeons.
narcissists, if you ask me.
And lately, since I guess since the '90s, since Desert Storm happened, especially since 9/11, those of us in the military have been held out as being above reproach. I can tell you, there's tons of us who are horrible
Teachers.
people.
Yep.
Teachers.
Yeah, teachers. There's some terrible teachers.
Yeah. Some of them have sex with their students.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, don't get me started on priests.
Oh God.
Oh.
Right. So, I mean, just to say, okay,
There's good and bad in every profession. How about that?
Yeah, there's good and bad in every profession. Yeah.
And at probably the same rate. I mean, I haven't done a study. I don't know this to be fact, but I would say that it's probably around the same rate.
Yeah.
In all professions.
It's just the human condition, people.
The reason it's so bad with cops, though, is because cops are meant to serve and protect the people.
Right. And
but it doesn't make them your servant. Sorry.
No. It doesn't make you. No.
That's what they don't understand.
The reason that they're held out is because when you run into a bad nurse, or you run into a bad waitress, or you run into a bad cashier, it's probably not on video.
Right.
Yeah.
So and the stakes aren't as high.
Well, nurse, yeah, they are.
Well, nurses and doctors.
A nurse almost had me bleed out because she couldn't do IV right.
Right, but what I'm saying is, like, there's not this, like, you don't walk into the ER and deal with a nurse automatically ambivalent towards the nurse.
Yeah.
Like, when you're interacting with a cop, if you're a criminal, you're automatically it's adversarial from the jump.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's
Of course,
why,
murders.
right? Yeah, and then like nobody goes into the ER trying to bait the nurse into making her bleed out.
Except for
Like,
Glenn.
well, yeah,
Except for Lynn.
yeah, he did actually.
Yeah. Oh, you've got trashy tattoos.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I,
that.
I've got
Yeah.
trashy tattoos, but
Yeah, and
that-
people like look at like the tattoo thing. People look at people with tattoos and think, automatically, oh, they don't belong in this profession because they have quote unquote trashy tattoos. I'm
right.
like, that's not that. Tattoos don't have anything to do with the profession.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's me kind of.
Yeah,
I don't look at tattoos and automatically assume something of someone. I just say, ooh, tattoo. Pretty.
Yeah. Glenn is extremely judgmental, so you know.
Red Lavender.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's a terrible human.
He's a twat.
Charlie Girl says all of us sailors have trashy tats.
Yeah, well, we pretty much do. I think it's a sailor thing.
I think it's mandatory, isn't it?
Yeah, it kind of is. Well,
Yep.
it's for like, I guess officers. We don't have as many, but
My granddad,
there's plenty of us.
He didn't have any. My granddad didn't have a single tattoo. Then again, he was also a Mormon, so that's kind of has
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
had something to do with
That
it.
explains it.
it's
that
funny
kinda-
because when I first joined the Navy, I came home the very first time with a tattoo, and my parents, they were kind of like, "You can't have a tattoo," but my granddad
Can't rub it off.
had a tattoo that he got at the World Fair in like 1940
Oh my God,
something.
really?
Yeah.
Neat.
He had it was on his forearm, and he had it, and he was like the patriarch of the family. He was
Yeah.
very, very well respected, but he had passed. So when my parents saw it, my grandma was there, and it
Ooh.
was funny because from the day that he passed until the day that she passed, it was like he was still alive. Like she spoke about
yeah.
him
Oh.
as if he was, still there.
Right.
Like the bond was that strong. So it was funny because my parents, they were like taken aback because I had a tattoo, and my grandma was like, "Well, Stacy had a tattoo." And so they couldn't say anything
Yep.
because that's my dad's mom, and she's right there.
Mm-hmm.
And and from that era, she'll still go upside your head, even though she's 70. And so it's like I had this armor. It was so funny and ever since then, all the other tattoos that I've gotten, I don't know how many I have now, but
Mrs. Schrodinger's cat got 18. Talk shit.
Wow.
Say something. Come on. Dare you.
yeah, no,
Yeah, I don't have a problem with tattoos. I just have a problem with getting tattoos. I don't want a tattoo because it looks really painful.
Oh my God,
It depends. It depends on what type of person you are.
I got my dog tags tattooed on my sternum where dog tags go.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Oh my God.
Oh, that does sound
The
painful.
sternum?
Yeah.
Oh.
I kept having to take breaks.
Oh, yeah.
I did not
That's bad as
realize
skull.
I did not realize how painful.
They actually,
No.
there's a chart online showing you exactly how painful each area for a tattoo is. And
It's
I'm
like the
Yeah?
closer to the muscle that it gets, it's
Yeah.
like the more painful that it is.
I got it. I got one over my heart, basically. And I don't know. It don't felt good.
Like the ones that I have on my legs
I
where
enjoyed it.
there's a lot of muscle aren't that bad.
Yeah.
Um,
Some of them aren't.
the ones on like my arms that are on the like soft part, like on the inner part of your arm where the skin is thinner, that hurts.
Yeah, there we
See,
go.
for
I
me, it
found
was the straight lines that hurt.
It's on Healthline. Okay.
So
You know? Yeah, you can
Like-
show on this next one, Nicole.
I've got an atom on my hand right on, like between the thumb
Thumb and the first finger.
right,
Yeah.
and that wasn't too bad. Well, plus it was really small and it took like 15 minutes. But
Yeah, it's like
Um,
those are one of the walk-in kinds that get really easy.
yeah, that was like the shop minimum is what I paid. I think I paid like $100 for it.
Some shops run specials on like a quarter size one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sternum looks like it's one of the most.
Oh my
painful
god,
parts.
it was.
What's the chest over the heart?
That one too. That one's pretty much a yellow, so it's moderately
Really?
painful. Yeah, it says moderately painful.
I thought it would be like easy.
Well,
It depends on your physiology too, like
Yeah.
how much fat and muscle you have.
The shoulder blade looks like it's the easiest to have one on the back because it's completely blue.
I don't think there's many nerves back there either.
No, there aren't. But the butt cheeks seem to be the most painful as well.
And they bleed a lot.
Yeah,
There's a
your
lot
butt
of
cheeks
bleeding
bleed.
there too.
Yeah, there's a lot of bleeding there. The knees down to the feet.
What about the private parts?
Oh, that's got to be
extremely
like
painful.
the worst because that's where all the nerve endings are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes! Yeah.
They have to use a special solvent on you there, so you can.
I've seen one tattoo I can't really talk about because of where it was, but it grew.
Yeah, I've seen one too. It
grew.
was a demon's face, and then the tongue was on the person's.
Yeah, I've seen that one too. I've seen one like that too.
I'm
talking about in person.
You'd have to be like under general anesthesia to do that.
They put cocaine on it.
Yeah.
Even still, like, I don't
Just saying.
Yeah, they put cocaine on it.
It was back in the day,
Yeah.
Let's start wrapping. I gotta get up in the morning.
Okay, good.
Go to the base. Well, it's not a base; it's a shipyard. But
all right, so
electric boat.
How much longer are you gonna be down there?
I guess I got about 2 more weeks.
Is it better than Mississippi?
Oh, yeah, everything is better than Mississippi.
Wow, you hated that.
So they call them.
I hated it so bad.
Yeah, you did.
But no, electric boat's cool. I mean, it's one of the iconic shipyards.
So they call it electric boat because they have electric windows on them.
You just hit the button, the window goes down.
Is it submarine?
Yeah, it's submarine based electric.
So back
boat.
to normal. Okay.
It's called electric boat. Like what else would it be except for
just don't roll the windows down in the sub. Don't do that.
But no, yeah.
He doesn't even know the joke. You know that, right? He's just going along with what you're saying.
Yeah.
Who's he?
Chrismer. He has no idea.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
She asked if there were windows on submarines.
Oh, okay. Shit. My mind's not here right now.
BG passes
I was still thinking
electric boat on the way to the ferry.
Oh, okay. I got you now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised there hasn't been a joke about it in the super chats or anything today.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a.
Oh, so that's why you want to make a submarine ASCII. Okay.
Yeah.
With windows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll work on that.
Okay.
All right. Let's do super chats and get out of here.
Yeah. Laura Squirrel for $2 says, "Cheers to Schrodinger's cat and Radical Rules."
Yeah.
Radical
rules.
Yeah, Radical's awesome.
Grandma Sunshine Dragon, new member, welcome to the bunker. Victoria, I'm not going to say your last name. I'm probably going to horribly mispronounce it. Welcome to the bunkers.
Thank you very much.
Ziggy for the facts, member for 7 months to bunkers, says, "I'm so happy to have this community in my life."
Oh.
We're happy to have you here. That's it.
Okay, so Schrodinger.
Yep. What?
Private chat. Do that again.
You sent me a private chat. What does it say?
You read it already.
It
You
says,
fucking read it already, and you forgot.
It says, I love Dr. Clive Wells,
No, I don't.
and
Shut
I
up.
want to hook up with him.
No, I don't.
That's what it says.
Does not. Stop it. Pothole. Hey, pothole.
I don't see the chat that you're talking about.
The private chat in here in StreamYards. You
I'm looking
moron.
at the private chat in StreamYards.
No, you're not. You can't be. There's a big long message there for you.
I see the one that says veteran-owned company with.
There, yeah. Do the promo again.
Oh,
Those are the talking points. You idiot.
you're an idiot. You're the
Oh,
one
yeah.
that says that you said the plot hole. That doesn't mean anything about like.
The plot hole just sent you a super chat.
Oh,
You.
well,
Oh my god. Oh my god. I need a raise. Pay me, bitch. You haven't even paid me.
I may not at this point.
Ooh.
That sounds like a threat to me.
Ooh.
So, anyway,
Jarhead.
Tina wants me to tell you about this soap that.
They're not gonna pay you.
How much are they paying me, by the way? I didn't.
You get a portion of the proceeds. When people buy it, they use your code. If they use your code, you get money, and it helps the channel.
Well,
and I get a cut. People, please buy the soap.
And in that case, y'all bitches need to buy this soap.
So people see that we're good at promotion, and we can get better. Not better. Obviously, the soap is awesome, but other sponsors.
So anyway, yeah, Hero Soap Company. Go buy it. It's damn good. I'm like just saying. And part of the proceeds go to homeless veterans, and some of the product when you buy it goes to active duty members who
Every
are downrange.
bar they buy, one bar goes to somebody on active duty.
Right. So yeah, clean off your naughty bits and help out some veterans.
All right. We got one more super chat. The plot hole for $2 says trailer, taser, and cop representing cats. Okay.
Yeah, his documentary is coming out soon, of which myself and Tina sat for interviews that are going to be played in the documentary. And
I have a trailer to show.
Oh, do you? Like you already have it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, let's play it real quick before we get out of here.
Is it going to be like when they interview former gang members on TVs with marbles, silhouette?
Yeah, with the gargled voices.
Really? Really? I hate you. Oh. Alright, I'm getting it for us. Alright, here we go. Here comes the trailer, guys. Show the audio. It's called Cracking the Code. And here we go.
Is a computer code an algorithm capable of differentiating between genuinely fake news and somebody like me who makes fun of fake news? I don't think it is.
In 2020, the beginning of a pandemic left the masses in what seemed like a worldwide lockdown.
And God forbid your channel actually gets deleted, then you're left with no income.
With the average American spending 20% more time on YouTube, content creators capitalized on the opportunity, hoping to bridge the income gap caused by the pandemic.
If they're saying that I'm pushing this bad, dangerous conversation, why wouldn't they just let me add that and make everything clear? Because they don't give a shit.
But creators ran into new obstacles. Managing the ever-changing landscape of social media proved more difficult than most anticipated.
So, what happens now?
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, so that he spent a ton of time doing this.
Oh yeah.
I think when did we sit for an interview with him? It was like over 6 months ago. and
Yeah.
he's shopping this around, film festivals and things. So
You can still become a producer on it too.
yeah, you can actually buy into, buy a piece of it if you're so inclined. Anyway,
Oh, if you want to see the full documentary, go to the plot hole and watch it on December 10th.
Let's see if
yep,
this works.
that's when it's going to premiere.
There you go.
So,
Let's start working our
no,
way
that
out of
wasn't
here.
me, Sean. That was his wife at the end.
AMG, how does that look?
Oh, I have to go look at it. Let me see. Oh my
Actually,
God, look at that. I took some with Windows.
Nice.
Thank you.
That's 5 minutes.
Wow, in 5 minutes you did that.
Yeah, just literally when you started talking about the subs with Windows. Yeah, that I started doing it just then.
Damn.
That's
All right,
what 5 minutes get.
Who wants to do their closer first?
Charisma's our guest.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody needs to fix YouTube's copyright system. That's generally
It's almost that plus the terms of service thing was what the documentary is about.
Yeah.
Is like how their system's broken, and
yeah,
if
the system's broke.
they can fix themselves, or somebody's going to fix them.
It's just YouTube is just rife with bots. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No physical person actually watches these videos. No, I mean,
and they lie to you and say that they do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the real problem is that right now they're the only show in town.
Yeah.
And that's eventually going to change, and then they're screwed. And that was my basically when I sat down with Johnny O to interview. He was like, "What's going to fix it? What's going to make YouTube fix it?" And I was like, "Nothing until somebody else comes along,
challenges them."
And then it may be too late by then for them. Because until there's that pressure, then nothing's going to change.
Yeah.
So
that's generally my thought pattern. It's broke. They need to fix it.
Right. So anyway, anything else? I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, that's about it. Just they need to fix their system, and like Victoria, I'm sorry, I'm not saying that last name. I can never pronounce it. YouTube, despite stealing ad revenue, is still too cheap to hire real people. The only real people they care about are their people on Twitter, because if you tweet at them, they will get it done like really quick. If you don't, you have to sit there wait a couple weeks.
Yeah.
If you tweet at them, though, they'll get the message. Yeah, that's generally that's the only way to get in touch with people from YouTube is tweeting them. Why?
So, Cliff, what do you got?
Just as usual, I had a great time. Thanks for having me, and thanks for all the super chats, people. Love you all. Have a great night.
Thanks for having me on, man. Too.
Yeah. No worries.
Yeah. By the way, I do stream every Saturday night with NASA Bunker 33. So if y'all want to check us out, head over to NASA Bunker 33, and we
what
cover
time?
9:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Oh no.
9:30 p.m. Eastern.
That's ladies' night.
And we just generally talk about sob sits. That's one of our topics, but we generally cover flat Earth, sob sits, anything crazy that happens to catch our eye. We poke the bear pretty much.
All right. Well, I subscribed anyway, so
thanks.
I can maybe watch both that and Ladies Night at the same time. We'll see what happens.
Sweet.
I'll put
Tina?
your link in the description, hon.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
Yeah, so as far as I'm going to say, there's a link in the description to Hero Soap Company. Use the code BIGCAT for 10% off and help out homeless vets get a bar of really great soap and get another one sent to an active duty. I mean, you can't, that's a lot for a little bit amount of money, you know? You're
Yeah.
helping homeless vets. You're sending, you're sending a active duty vet a present, you know, and you're getting something great. It's a win-win-win, and you're helping us out. Win-win-win-win.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it
That'd be a good.
doesn't.
That'd be a big favor to both of us.
It's not like super expensive either. Unless I
No,
mean, you can get like the jumbo pack. I think is only like $40 or something like that. And
but
I
each
mean,
bar is like $5 to $7,
right? It's
and
not.
it's huge.
Yeah, it's not crazy expensive, and the shipping is reasonable. I know for the jumbo pack, the shipping's free, so not too bad.
And that's 10% off the $5 to $7 too. So you're getting two. It's the size of like 2 or 3 regular bars of soap.
It is, yeah, and it's super.
Hero Soap Company. Let freedom cling.
Let freedom clean.
And so,
Good.
yeah, so I'm gonna actually go do real work starting tomorrow here in Groton, Connecticut, and I don't know how much I'm gonna be content I'm gonna be putting out, but I'll still try to do the same rate. If everything goes well, I'm gonna have Dr. Clive Wells on Sunday to talk about a few things, including him explaining to me what a tensor is, because I'm a dum head, and even though I've watched a tutorial about what a tensor is, I don't know, to my great embarrassment. So anyway, that's it. That's pretty much what we got for tonight. Anybody else got
Yeah.
anything?
Nope.
Nope.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Pay me, bitch.
You are.
Night.
Night.
Good night.